Jose in Durham, North Carolina. See Moe Better with MexicoEyewear.com. But call me Moe Better, because I'm have you seen Moe Better, looking Moe Better, and show everyone else how I put that meh into Mexico eyewear. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that loving feeling back to glasses when I cut your single vision anti-glare lenses for the Mexico 9017 frame. It's got the flag of Mexico on the right temple. It's got Mexico in the 3 colors on the left temples. They both have some great spring hinges. And let me begin. I'm going to pop out your original demo lenses, one of which says Mexico on there. Put it into the tracing frame of my blocker. Program the shape into the computer so years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I can pull up this number and cut new lenses no matter where you are living. I'm going to hit the start button. The stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at MexicoEyewear.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any frame that I offer and it comes with 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipts have my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance, you will get reimbursed with the receipt that I provide for you, or if you have health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed from that. Now, I use PayPal on my website. You can use any credit card on PayPal. However, health savings account flex dollars are not accepted by PayPal, so you just need to call the number on the website, go to the contact me page, give me a call, and I can take a health savings account flex card over the phone. So that is the shape that I'll be cutting. Your pupillary distance for your right eye is 32. The computer starts at 32.5. So I'm going to tap the minus button 1 time. It goes down and up in ½ millimeter increments. So we're at 32. The optical center is 18. I'm going to press the plus button. Oh, let me go back down to 32. Move that screen. We're going to go up 2 millimeters to above the center. We're going to cut that at 20. So your right eye reads minus 475 sphere. This is your right eye. No, excuse me. This is your right eye. This minus 475, no astigmatism correction. Pull the lens out of the protective sleeve. Let's just make sure everything is starting at 0, and it is. Put the power drum on minus 475. Put the lens in. Normally I'd rotate it to find the spherical component of your prescription, but you are spherical in every meridian, and I'll explain that later. I'm going to put a dot on your lenses and label this one R for right. Let's do the same thing now for the left lens. Minus 475 minus 50 at 180. Minus 475 minus 50 at 180. The power drum is still on minus 475. I don't have to change that yet. I am going to put the lens in, rotate until the spherical component comes into view first, which is the 475. I'm going to go ahead and check your astigmatism correction. That looks good, and I'll explain all that in just a moment, but I'm just going to get everything lined up perfectly. Put 3 dots on your lenses. Uno, dos, ocho. Oh wait, I mathed wrong. And I'm going to label that one L. Now if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. Free bad jokes with every pair of glasses sold. So that blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. I'm going to get that lined up in there perfectly, but first I need a block, 2 blocks, or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got them here. The black side is the sticky side. Put this on the first block. Do the same thing now for the second block. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. That silver button on the back is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. And now, once everything is lined up, I can hit that button. The arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. The reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented and they're just perfectly. The pupillary distance for the left eye is 31, so it has mirrored from the right side to the left. So I'm going to tap the minus button 2 times, and it will go down in ½ millimeter increments. We're going to keep the same optical center height. Need the block. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Get the 3 dots lined up in there perfectly. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now this is what's known as the edger. It's going to edge the lenses down from this size to this size. This costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out and buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter, then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you won't need this guy with the two thumbs and the bad jokes to do it for you. But the actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind, it's going to act like heavy grit sandpaper. It's going to grind away your lens material. This wheel in the center that has that channel, that little valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. So now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck, or I like to call it the Charles because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. I'm going to wake up the computer. You are job ID number 2397. 2397, or a secret agent 2397 if you prefer. I prefer to say installment 2397 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. So make sure you watch the other 329,991,000. You know, you got it. I math wrong again. So these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that, but we're going to stick with polycarbonate. I'm not going to polish the edge of your lenses because they won't be seen. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to put one on the rear concave surface of the lens. I'm going to hit the green start button. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by two white styluses, making sure that it is large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the right lens. And the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which will be minimal, if any, in this frame. Now the water you see spraying in the background is there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes. Once the lens finally does touch down on the cutting wheel, your lens material is polycarbonate, which cuts dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens during the cutting cycle. Now, water will spray onto your lens for only the last 20 seconds. Now, if your lenses were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, water would be spraying onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle to wash away the optical debris that you just saw forming on the edge of the lenses. But polycarbonate is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics-grade lens material. The same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now you also got the anti-glare coating, my house anti-glare, which adds $44.99. Anti-glare is 3 treatments in one. The first treatment is it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead, fluorescent lights, and such. The second part of the treatment is it goes by the initials ARC, which stands for anti-reflective coating. So it reduces reflections. So when someone's looking at you, they're less likely to see their reflection in your glasses. And so it makes for much better eye contact. Or if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see your phone in the lens, or if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see the flash lit up in the lens. Now, the third feature of the treatment that I like is that the machine that applies the anti-glare coating, by the way, if you notice, your lens is completely flat, just like a nickel. If I were to take it out now, it would stand up on the counter. It's just about to drop down onto the bevel wheel. But the third feature, as I was saying, the machine that applies the anti-glare coating costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto your lens. So because of the time and the expense, because they literally, this is in a clean, sterile room, they have to, in between the coatings, they have to put your lens into an acid bath, wash it, dry it, repeat those steps 8 times. So because of the time and the expense, They put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. So water has begun spraying onto the lens, which tells me it's in the last 20 seconds. In just a moment, a lever will come out from the foreground. At the end of that lever is a spinning disc. That's what's going to apply a safety bevel. Essentially, it's just going to smooth out the back surface of the lens. Should any portion of your lens protrude from the back of the frame and come into contact with the cheek, the edge of that lens will be nice and smooth. However, we're going to see if you have any edge thickness whatsoever. The main reason, by the way, I'm going to open this door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours and then it will melt. It's true. I got superpowers. So, a little bit of optical sawdust there. I love it when it comes off in one piece. I'm going to come over here to the trash can, drop that in there. Now, so your lens starts off this thick. It ends up that thick. Pretty cool, huh? Because your lenses are thin in the center, thicker the edges. So the further you go from the center of the lens, the thicker it's going to get. But not too thick, not too bad, huh? But let's just see if you have any edge thickness whatsoever. The real reason I put the safety bevel on the back of the lens is that as I tuck the lens in at the outside corner, I'm going to press down here. I don't want any sharp edges left over from the cutting cycle to come into contact with your frame, causing it to scratch or blemish it in any way. So I tuck it on the outside corner, press down with my thumbs, it presses right in. We're going to flip this over to L, place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, the Chuckarama, or tonight I'm calling it the Jose. Hit the green start button, the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced again by the two white styluses, this time making sure that it's large enough to fit into the left side of the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the left side. And just like before, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing with the best cosmetic look possible. Look at that, Jose. You got no edge thickness. Look at that. Look at that. You got nothing there. Nothing, I tell you. So we're going to go ahead and take this block off. Pull the sticker away, drop that back in there, add to my sticker collection. Let's see where I can put this one. The toupee is coming off, so let's see if we can stick that back down on there. So we're going to come down here to the lensometer. This is known as the lensometer. This is how I read the power on your lenses. This is known as final inspection. I want to verify that your right eye prescription is -475 sphere. Put it in over the black dot. Read the power, and I am getting, look, I got someone crashing my video. I'm getting -475. That's because the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. It starts at 0, which we in the industry call Plano, which people in Texas call a city. But it goes up in quarter increments from there, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. You're at -475, so you're at the 19th rung of a ladder. With your glasses off, you can see your fingernail like a pro. But once things get beyond arm's reach, it starts to get blurry. So your eyes naturally magnify. That's why there's a minus sign there. Your lenses will minify whatever object you're looking at until it's the correct size. Now you have no astigmatism correction in your left eye. Excuse me, your right eye. Your left eye, same amount of far-sighted correction, but you have 2 steps of astigmatism correction in your left eye. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So think of it as the fine-tune knob. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 180. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. So we're going to turn that knob all the way to 180, which is actually the same number, by the way. 0, 180, 90, 270. So the Mexico Eyewear model 9017 sells for $149 complete with 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My house anti-glare coating adds $44.99 for a total of $194.98 tax-free. Now, a lot of people on the internet are having to charge tax now. I am in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device. There is no tax on medical devices. So that's how I'm able to Provide everything tax-free and includes free shipping anywhere in the U.S. and its territories. So your lens is on the bevel wheel, getting the V-shaped bevel. And once we're done, I'm going to show everyone the rest of the collection. Of course, we can do that now. This is the frame you are getting, the 9017 in black. It also comes in Cafe, I'm trying to learn Spanish, which is the brown. Of course, it has the 3 colors of the Mexican flag on the left temple. Comes in red with black. Of course, this is a kids frames for niños and niñas. The hinge is a 180 hinge, stretches all the way out. We have larger sizes too. This is almost like the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer. You can see those 3 colors great on this pair. I also have the same frame available with sunglass lenses in it. Every frame has the flag of Mexico on the right and it says Mexico on the left. Now I have 2 more models that come with polarized clip-ons. These are rare earth magnetic polarized clip-ons. This is the Demi Tortoise, the Demi Tortuga, and the matte black Negro, again with the polarized clip. Now these sell for $174. They're $25 more because of the magnetic clip-on. If you want for $199, this comes with 2 clips, because you can keep one in your car, one in your work truck, or one in your car, one in your spouse's car. Or if you just want a second one, you can do that. I've got one guy who wanted to keep one in his motorcycle bag. And then I've got the classic, which is known as the P3 shape, the classic round frame with the keyhole bridge. All of these have a saddle bridge, meaning like a horse's saddle. Excuse me, I was at a loss for words for once in my life. So this is a saddle bridge, just like you would put a saddle on a horse. This is a keyhole bridge, because some of the old vintage homes have a skeleton type of key to lock and unlock the doors. And again, comes with a 1 clip-on for $174 or 2 clip-ons for $199. The same frame also comes in crystal. They all come with the Mexican flag on the right temple. The 3 colors on this one. If you don't want the 3 colors, one thing I can do is I have the same frame. Now this is the standard. This is, like for instance, 7015. Now the 70151 means, it just means 1 color on the side. It comes in white, just like the Ray-Bans do. Instead of Ray-Ban, it says Mexico and a solid color. So your choice is to have, the go-to is the 3 colors of the flag. The -1 just means a 1 color temple versus the 3 color. But the same thing, the frame that you're getting comes in black with the 1 color, the red and the black in 1 color, and the Cafe, same for the ones with the clip. Mexico in white and the black, the Demi Tortuga, the classic round shape, and the crystal, the black with the round, the crystal with the round shape, each coming with a clip-on. Minimum of 1, you can get 2. So let's go ahead and take the lens out of the chuck, out of the Jose, dry everything off, make sure all the optical sawdust is off the edge of the lenses. Tuck this in at the outside corner. Press down at the nose, it snaps right in. Pop the block off, dry that off, throw that back in there, add to my sticker collection. My sense of accomplishment collection is what that is. The axis wheel is still at 0, which also is 180. We're gonna put it in over that black dot. Your pupillary distance, when I read the power, I am getting -475, exactly where we were, -475. Now we're gonna check the second curvature. You have 2 steps of astigmatism correction. So you have a -475 curvature this way. You have a second curve 90 degrees apart, which is actually a steeper curve. You're on the 19th rung of a ladder. This makes it 21, 2 more steps. And it's how we line those 2 curves up to make everything nice and crisp. And we're lining it up at the 180 meridian. Let's check the power now. And we're getting 5 1/4. How did we go from 475 to 5 1/4? Remember high school math where you add 2 like signs together? Yeah, nobody remembers that. Let's use today's terms. Someone borrowed $4.75 from you, then they borrowed another 50 cents. They would owe you $5.25. That's where at 5.25 in the red. Now your pupillary distance is 32 for the right eye, 31 for the left, for a total of 63. I'm going to turn this card around, place the PD stick against my thumb on your right lens. When we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 63 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. I'm going to check the optical center height, which is 20. Not to the bottom of the lens, but to the middle of the plastic at the deepest portion of the frame. We're getting 20 millimeters. That is cut perfectly. Do the same thing on this one. 20 millimeters. That is cut perfectly. Now this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned there's free shipping anywhere in the US and its territories. But Jose, when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get them in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I'm going to set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Flip them over, press down, there is no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take off my frames and I press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. I'm going to close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew like that. Check the tension on each spring hinge. If one was tighter, I would loosen. If one was looser, I would tighten it so they would be matching. So every frame comes not only with a premium microfiber cloth that I provide, but you also get the hard clamshell case with my logo on there, and it has all my social media on there. But I send out a selfie request in every package to have your picture on the website, but I also send out cleaning instructions, not only for your frame and lenses so they will last you for years, but for your cleaning cloth and your case, so those too will last you for years. So if you have any in fact, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and click the bell icon. You will get notifications of future videos with lens and frame combinations. If you have any questions about what I can or can't do, go to the Contact Me page of the website. And of course, my email is info@mexicoeyewear.com. Follow me on Facebook at Mexico Eyewear, and Instagram is Mexico_eyewear. And of course, Twitter is simply Mexico Eyewear. But let's see, where was I at? Yeah, please share this video with anyone who you think would like to see something unique. I designed these frames. This is my American dream. I realized that I'm just a cover band. I was putting lenses in other people's frames, Ray-Ban Polo, Versace, Oakley, you know, all of those. And I realized that I want to write my songs instead of putting lenses in other people's songs. So a friend of mine inspired me to do this for his love of Mexico. I told him I would do that. So there's a little bit of Mexico in every frame. But yeah, thank you for watching. And now hopefully everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.